Hey guys, before we go get into this, let's like and subscribe and share and like and subscribe. Like I said, each week we're going to have a podcast spotlight segment where we highlight a brand new or up and coming podcaster. This week we have Sean from the Winning Losers podcast to join us today.
Can we find better clapping?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like
I know I said it last week. That clapping is horrible. It's like, yay!
It's supposed to be because it's not supposed to be like. It's ironic that it's a bad clap. That's the joke. Or no? Try to get an actual.
I'll find you another clap.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, and now we have a special guest. We have Sean from the Winning Losers podcast. How's it going?
Thanks for having me.
Hey, how are you?
Good, just relaxing, watch some sports when I got home from work, so it's a good Tuesday night.
Good.
Nice,
yep.
nice.
I have the Bulls currently on with 45 seconds left. They're winning 126 to 115 right now. So hopefully, it's almost over. So Bulls are doing really well. DeRozan. It's all about DeRozan this year.
And Levine,
I guess, but mostly DeRozan.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a huge NBA fan, but I have noticed that they're at the top of the standings.
we are at the top. The Heat just lost again, so we're still at the top. So let's go.
Yeah, I was actually just watching the Capitals and the Penguins, and the Capitals beat the Penguins in overtime, so I'm pretty happy about that.
There you go.
Nice.
I don't know if the Blackhawks play today. I don't think they do.
They play tomorrow.
Oh, they play tomorrow. Okay.
I was checking up to see you.
They're doing okay.
Games are on.
They're doing all right.
Yeah. All right. So, Sean, why don't plug your podcast real quick and tell us what it's all about and all that?
Yes, it's called Winning Losers, and it's a sports podcast, and we seem to focus on what's going wrong in sports or what's going on wrong in the world. So we start the show off with fails of the week, which are sports or non-sports related, and they could be national or international stories about people making bad decisions, and then we pick a failed athlete or coach. So last episode we did not Urban Meyers. We did Urban Meyers before, but we did Nick Saban's time at the Dolphins just to be funny since he's had all this success at Alabama. We can't let him have too much success, so we had to spotlight his brief failure in Miami with the Dolphins. So
That's awesome.
yeah. Then
Awesome.
we try to end with an interview. It can range from former athletes. So we had a couple of former college football players.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
And then comedians, since I do stand-up comedy. So I've just sent messages out to people to see if they want to come on. So had local, national comedians, but other ones that I've met in passing since I've been doing comedy for 10 years. And now everybody has a podcast or a YouTube channel or something. So people are always happy to come on and promote their content to our audience. So that's been exciting.
Kind of like what we do here with like this segment that Richie kind of created. And it's really cool talking to all sorts of different people basically, across the world. I mean, we've talked to some really cool people in the last, how long have we been doing this, Richie? 2 years?
2 years. We actually started the same time they did. It was quite funny. We're talking about this. I was a guest on their podcast last week, and we were talking about we started around the same time.
That's funny.
Yep, March of 2020.
Okay.
Exactly when we started doing
it. When there's no sports on, we started a sports podcast.
Yeah.
But you guys,
that's what we did. And Richie was also telling me that you guys interviewed a porn star as well.
Yes, only one.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So, it wasn't even intentional. So I have a YouTube channel that I've been trying to promote. It's Sean M Comedy, and I was just on some random Facebook group just promoting it, or it's like share your link, whatever. And then she responded, she's like, I'll follow you. And I was like, I'll follow you back. And then I actually went to her channel and saw that she was a porn star. And I was like, well, I'll see if she wants to come on our podcast. And she was actually a former figure skater. I think she made it to Olympic trials in South Africa. So she was pretty serious. Like, it wasn't just a hobby. Like, she made
She's
it to
professional.
that level, and then she got injured and then ended up in the adult film industry. So
That's great. That's great.
yes.
That's
yes.
wild,
Her name
man.
is Coraline Jewell, and I think it was about 10 episodes ago. So
Nice.
and it was very helpful for our social media, because when I promoted that episode, I think we got more interactions on social media than we have for anything else we posted. So
we did the same. We interviewed a porn star early on in the pandemic. How'd that do for us, Richie?
That was one of our highest episodes, but
It's crazy. That really is it.
yeah, it's funny because I actually have a database and stuff, but I'm waiting till we actually like get like a little bit more in the groove, and then I'll bring out the heavy guns because I don't want to like blow the load too early. You know what I mean? Like
Blow your load too early.
Because if we just keep doing that, like then no one will figure us out. If we do it later on, kind of like this podcast called No Jumper,
So
like they're just like these have straight bangers. Like it's awesome. So
I mean, I guess sex sells is the bottom line of, if you guys did the same kind of thing we did, and
yeah, I
this is
don't understand why
unintentional.
you're holding back on that. I mean, I think that it's good publicity.
Good to blow your load is what he just said.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Is
mean,
it-
I have a strategy. I was
Sean
thinking
M
I'm gonna
comedy,
try
all
it.
one word.
Yeah, Sean
Yeah,
M comedy. Sean SEAN, since there's 3 ways to spell it.
Yeah. I
Crazy.
think I found it. I'm gonna throw it up in the chat.
Oh,
Is
that
this
would
it
be great.
right here?
Yep,
on
that's
screen?
it.
Okay, yeah, definitely give him a subscribe. I'm doing so right now. Check out.
So I have 3 stand-up videos, and then I started doing karaoke videos just to continue to put videos out there.
Right.
And then I haven't done that in a while. So like,
So it looks like a lot of your karaoke videos are at home. Is that something that you did like to kill time with the pandemic?
I mean, that was part of the reason. I just wanted to. It's just easy content to create instead of trying to write jokes for YouTube. Like
Sure.
it was just the simplest content to create. And I also thought that it would be helpful to grow the channel. So if people are searching for any of the videos that
A song,
the
yeah, it
real-
looks like
Yeah.
a lot of them are named like the artist and then the name. So if they search, for instance, Asher Roth, I Love College, and then maybe your video will pop up.
that
So
was
that's
that is
clever.
the strategy. I don't think it works, but maybe for that one, since it's a 10-year-old song,
Right.
there's nobody doing like covers or anything like that, because that's what the country songs, like the more recent ones, there's like 20 or 30 covers of that song. So it's kind of hard to stand out. But yeah, I think there's less with the rap songs. So if you want to see me rap poorly, you can definitely go to Sean M comedy.
Although I'm looking at some of the numbers on your page right now, and I think the worst like performing karaoke video is Big and Rich, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
That was one of the more recent ones.
Okay. That would explain why the numbers are a little more down compared to the rest of them.
But I haven't really pushed it or tried using the short shelf, which I should try, but I've just been lazy with the YouTube channel.
It's all good. It's a lot of work to do, like producing it, editing it, like making the content. There's a lot that goes into it. So it's not just like uploading and stringing it out there.
I could say
I
that a
don't put
lot
that
of
much
people,
time in editing it. You'll probably notice when you watch them. But
so I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Everybody give this page a follow or a subscribe. But I like that they're all like the same angle and like
It's
funny.
a very, very low budget production. I just use my laptop. But
I love
actually, at
it.
the bottom, there are the stand-up videos.
That's
I
awesome.
love it.
So the first one is from college, the Drexel Open Mic Night. I think that's the best stand-up video. And then the other one, yeah, actually 2 from college, and the one from 2 or 3 years ago, that was in Nashville. That's only like 2 minutes, but all 6 jokes I told worked. So I was like, I'll just put that up on YouTube.
There you go. There
That's
you go.
awesome.
You had somebody in the crowd, it looks like, record you. Or maybe the same laptop you used with the karaoke.
No, that was another comedian that recorded that set. So
Cool.
this
Yeah.
tripod, like it was well done. So
How
Nice.
are those open mic nights? I'd love to go to one. Do you recommend them?
no.
No.
What I would do, I mean, Chicago's a comedy city. I would find a showcase, like where it's people are booked so that it's a step up from an open mic night.
What's up, Jazzy Gal? Jazzy Gal's here.
Hey, Jazz.
But yeah, I've gone to a couple improv and they were funny, but they weren't like maybe I
Like
went
dying
on
laughing
off
funny,
night.
right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I've also gone to Richie, what's the comedy club in Schaumburg in the mall?
Laugh Factory.
Nah, it's something like that. But I went and saw a really well-known comedian. I can't remember even who. I think it was Bill Burr. And the opening act was funnier than Bill Burr. And it was just some local somebody. And I was like, they gave him a shot. They said, here, go out on stage. And he made the place cry laughing. So
That's awesome.
I really hope you get that opportunity because I'm sure that feeling, just walking off stage, just amazing.
Well,
For sure.
I only opened for one guy, and it was like 2 or 3 years ago before COVID, and I went on first, which made me more nervous than just going on at all because like the crowd was still talking and everything, and I've never hosted at all, so I had to like settle them down and get the show started and make sure my jokes worked, which they did. So I did like 7 minutes, and then he had 2 other people go behind me, and then he headlined. His name's Craig Gass, and he was on the Howard Stern show, and then he did voiceovers.
Oh, very cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, he was just at an open mic night, and then it was an open mic night early in the week, and then at the end of the week, he did I guess he just did a show at this music venue. So that was pretty exciting. And that was one time where I was like, okay, everything has to work. So, and luckily it did. It was a good crowd, and it was for him. So like, you don't have to deal with like some of the BS at open mic nights where people are only there to see their friends or they don't know like the etiquette of an open mic night and are talking the whole time. So yeah, hopefully.
Who's your daddy?
What's up, Big Daddy Drew? How are you? I got fun noises when people come in. That's what you're hearing right now.
Well, I love how interactive yours is. We're not interactive at all.
Oh, we are crazy.
We're very interactive. As I was saying in your podcast, we're fan interactive. So like,
so as part of like what we have going on, I'm not drinking tonight because I have to be up to plow some snow at like 3 a.m. So I'm playing it easy today. I don't want to be hungover tomorrow, but like we do shots if people subscribe and hosts and stuff like that. And I have lights that go off and you see Richie's in my place. They're all synced together and stuff. So I have fun wiring all this crap up.
That's awesome.
It is really, really cool. But
then
the horn too. You have that horn for the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's real quick talk about some sports real quick because I know the chat's just like going off on sports at the moment.
Yeah, we got a little distracted there.
Yeah, no worries. Brady retired today. What's your thoughts on his retirement? Is he going to go back?
Relieved. He's got enough rings, so it's nice to give somebody else a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
And
What is your allegiance? Your fan allegiance, by the way, because I don't think everyone else knows.
I'm an Eagles fan. I was born in Philly. I went to school in Philly.
Big Daddy Drew, thank you. Thank you for the
And
bits.
even though I'm from DC, it's just Washington is just an embarrassment on and off the field. So just easier to like the Eagles, especially growing up when they were consistently in the NFC Championship. Obviously, those days are long gone, but yeah, I'm a huge Eagles fan.
We got a bunch of Eagles fans in the chat too. I know, like Big Daddy Drew, Jazzy, they love the Eagles too. So that's pretty awesome. And then want to recap Championship Sunday. It was a crazy two games. Bengals, Chiefs. What were your thoughts on the game?
Well, I was happy for the Bengals because early or late in the regular season, I guess the start of the playoffs, I was saying that my instinct was the Bengals would make it to the Super Bowl. Not based on any stats or research at all. It was just like my instinct was like, for whatever reason, I think an underdog will go to the Super Bowl, and then like Bengals just popped in my head, and I've been riding a little high from that. I should have bet on it, but I'm not really.
That would have been nuts. That would have been nuts. That would have been a crazy bet.
I know,
I would
right?
have called you crazy.
And I didn't think they would make it because at the start of the game, I mean, they were down pretty early, so I was shocked that my gut instinct was correct.
Do you think the Chiefs choked or the Bengals defense was just that good?
I mean, I think that they just made one more play, and especially in overtime. That once they intercepted the ball in overtime, that they would win. Like their offense is good, and the Chiefs' defense was tired. So
Yeah.
But I mean that could have been a coin toss, but yeah. So.
It was interesting to me because I felt like Patrick Mahomes was like, he was, not to say he was playing too cute, but like he was kind of like showing off like he had this much time left to go, but then he was just running around and kind of like trying to like just fit it right in, I guess. But then I guess the defense just got to him, and he fumbled at the end, which is crazy. And then there goes the Bengals.
Yeah.
So it was wild. Yeah.
And the one play that still stands out the most was that check down right before halftime.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand when you have Travis Kelce that you don't just throw it to him, even if he's double covered. You either throw it high where only he can get it, or even if it's an interception, at least you threw the ball into the end zone. I don't get that call when you're on the 3-yard line.
Yeah, I don't either. It's crazy. And then the last game obviously was the 49ers and Rams. What are your thoughts on that game?
I mean, I think the play that stands out in my head from that game was when Matt Stafford underthrew both the two receivers on the post play, and then the 49er safety dropped it. I mean, I think that was their shot to win it, and then they blew it. And I mean the fact that Jimmy G did throw that interception, but I mean that wasn't that surprised. I don't think either of those two quarterbacks are the most consistent or most reliable. So I mean I was kind of expecting it to come down to an interception by one of them. I mean,
yeah, it was interesting because I knew he was going to throw an interception, and I was kind of mad because I had a player prop that the Rams defense is going to do a pick six, and his own teammate tackled him. So like, no, don't do that. And then I lost my prop bet. I was like, oh my God. But I thought some interesting things about the game where Deebo Samuel didn't get the ball in the fourth quarter. He's your go-to guy. He should be getting the ball in the fourth quarter. And also Matthew Stafford. You think he's a Hall of Famer? now, or does it need to win the Super Bowl? What are your thoughts?
I mean,
I think it's the
I
stats
think
for
the
it.
Super Bowl would help, but I don't. I mean, he had 12 mediocre seasons with Detroit, so
So you don't think he's a Hall of Famer?
not really. I mean, I think he's a slightly above average quarterback.
Interesting. So if let's say he wins the Super Bowl, does that put him into the? Do you think he'll make the Hall of Fame, or does he need to win one more? If it's all about the rings.
I mean, I definitely think that a second ring would help, but yeah, I I mean, I definitely wouldn't make him a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Interesting.
I mean, we'll see how this goes. I mean, they built a good team around him, so I mean, maybe he can get back. I mean, he's probably got 3 or 4 seasons left, but
Yeah,
yeah,
he's still pretty
I
young.
definitely wasn't thinking Hall of Famer. I'm actually kind of surprised by that question. It does seem like a bit of a stretch.
I feel like so I was checking his stats, and the stats are like top 10. I think
That's what
Scout just said that. Yeah, so I figured like if he only had a good team around him, which he does now, I feel like he is a top 10 or he is a Hall of Famer. Because I mean, if it's not about the rings, it's about stats. So if he has all those stats, he should be theoretically in the Hall of Fame. But I don't know, like it's a crazy debate that people are having at the moment because if he didn't make it this far, obviously he wouldn't be talked about in the Hall of Fame. But now, since he's going to Super Bowl, it's like a question that's been lingering. So it's interesting.
And I mean, there's plenty of average quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls, like
True.
the Trent Dilfers and Rex Grossman. Like they're like, if a defense carries them to the Super Bowl or wins the Super Bowl, I mean, I don't. How much credit do you give the quarterback?
True. That makes sense.
And I'm sure there's other quarterbacks that I can't think of off the top of my head that were along for the ride.
Yeah. Nick Foles, along for the
Exactly.
ride.
Yeah, that's another one.
And
That's a good one.
He came in off the bench. He was
Yeah.
he only played half the season.
It's crazy. And then last question, Super Bowl prediction, Bengals or Chiefs? That's right, Bengals
Chiefs.
or Rams. Yeah. I was looking at my prep sheet, my bad.
I was thinking about this all day. I think I'll have to go with the Rams. I think they're just a better all-around team. I think playing at home, even though they don't really have a home field advantage, crowd-wise, I think it is always easier just to play in your home stadium. So
Our chat voted Bengals 100% unanimous as far as everybody and what the chat thinks. I really think the Rams this year. Home
I
field
think the
advantage.
Bengals. We should make a bet, Jimbo, since we're opposite
Okay.
skis.
What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet?
We will bet
Shotgun a beer?
shot. What?
Shotgun a beer.
Yeah, or shot at Malort. Want to do that?
No, hell no. I'm not doing another
Shot
shot.
a
Dude, I just said I'm the Bengals. I'm literally the underdog. So you literally have a better chance of winning.
Dude, as Jazzy says, bang, bang, Bengals. I'll do a shotgun. I'll do a shotgun.
Fine, I'll do a shotgun. That's fine.
What shot were you talking about?
So Malort is an Illinois shot.
Chicago staple.
Yeah. If you've been to Chicago, you know what it is. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I've never been to Chicago. It's definitely on my bucket list. I want to definitely get up there for a Cubs game and a Notre Dame football game.
Well, if you want
Those are our
to feel
teams.
like feel like you are from Chicago, check your local Target. Apparently, they sell this. Get a bottle of Malort. If you can, get the little bottles. Get the little bottles. Don't get the big bottle.
Yeah.
It's intense.
It's life changing.
It doesn't sound like it's life changing for good.
I don't know if it's good or bad.
Never good. Never
Yeah.
good.
All right. One more time, plug your podcast again and your YouTube page.
Yes, so it's Winning Losers and we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Winning Losers 1 on all social media, or Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Actually, just Twitter and Instagram. And then I'm Sean M615 on Instagram, and Sean M Comedy on YouTube, and Sean M Comedy on Twitter.
Perfect. And then if you guys missed all that, if you go to our website, shootershotsports.com/friends, you're a friend of our network. So you're going to be on the wall. So we'll have your podcast and also your YouTube link and all that because you're friends of the network. So thanks for coming on.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
not a problem, man.
Huge.
That actually works great, Richie, that you had me set up all those commands before we went on. I'm not going to lie.
I told you, yeah. I knew exactly what I'm going to say and how it's going to lay out, but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to remember this for next time.
All right.
Scout says,
thanks for coming on.
Fun. And we all agree, fly, Eagles, fly.
Yes, it was nice to have me on it. I think we might have to use some of your ideas here. This is a lot more fun than I anticipated.
Anything you need help with or anything, just hit myself.
Yeah, let us know. We're here for the community, so
yeah, we're open books. We'll help you out with whatever. We're a big community. I get a lot of help from Scout here in the chat. That's my cousin.
He's also the mod. So
yeah. Big shout out to Scout. You know what?
Big shout out to Scout.
Shout out to Scout. Go follow the real Scout. He does video gaming and podcasting, both on his channel and Just Because TTV. He does a sports podcast too.
Oh, okay. Is he on the front page?
If he's not, I don't know why he isn't, Richie. He's been on our show more than.
Yeah, I know. I just started, so I literally have to I have to go through the backlog because this is just recent. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'll put it on today.
Scout is also the main character of To Kill a Mockingbird. Thanks, Furious George, for that insight. I appreciate it.
And Jimbo, you should definitely come on to our podcast. So
absolutely.
Work that out.
Richie, you have their email?
Yep, I got it.
Contact? Okay, cool. We'll definitely talk.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. But thanks again for having me, guys, and have a good night.
You too. Thanks for coming on.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Awesome. That was Sean cool. From the Winning Losers podcast. Great guy, super fun podcast. Kind of just like ours, just off the cuff, fun, witty sports. Yeah, good times.
You have to check out some of his comedy.
Definitely.
I know you got to kind of just check it out. And
I was actually asking him about being a comedian because I was thinking about doing open mic night or a stand-up thing. So if I do that, would you guys come? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd go.
Yeah, I'll do it on Twitch. I'll just stand up here.
Maybe I'll stream it on Twitch. I'll bring my phone. I'll set up it on a tripod. I'll give you a wireless mic.